This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, Donald Trump is up to his eyes in conspiracy, obstruction, and all too easy to call criminality related to Russia. The other side of the coin, though, is that he's also too stupid or too prideful, or maybe both, to operate in a manner that would see himself clear of impeachment or indictment. The good news for America is that being a crappy criminal doesn't make you any less of a bad guy. It just makes you also a dumb guy. I've already talked about Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with the Russian lawyer with deep ties to Russian intelligence, Natalia Veselnitskaya, about both the meeting and the many lies told by Don Jr. about the reason for the meeting. Well, up to this point, the elder Donald Trump has been denying any knowledge of or involvement with the meeting or subsequent shifting narrative surrounding the meeting. Well, as many of you fully expected, we are now learning of a cover-up involving lies and obstruction of justice that directly involves the president, Donald Trump. After this meeting was found out about, Don Jr. released a statement which read, quote, "It was a short introductory meeting. I asked Jared and Paul to stop by. We primarily discussed a program about the adoption of Russian children that was active and popular with American families years ago and was since ended by the Russian government. But it was not a campaign issue at the time, and there was no follow-up." Well, we now know that against the wishes of his advisors, Donald Trump crafted that very statement aboard Air Force One for his son, deciding to lie about the meeting and its purpose, which tells us a few things. One, he can no longer claim ignorance of all of this. He is way beyond the stupid shrugs and denial phase of this. Also, this is what criminal conspiracy looks like. This is what obstruction of justice looks like. When you know the truth and deliberately craft a false statement in an effort to conspire to conceal that truth for a person who is a witness in a criminal investigation, you have committed a crime. And two, Donald Trump and his lying criminal family isn't now, nor have they ever been, in a position to govern. They are too busy scrambling to cover their butts in what has quickly become the most massive political scandal in the history of our nation. Take a moment to imagine what the Republicans would be saying right now if the script was flipped and this had been Barack Obama. They would be unhinged in their lunacy, and we'd be hearing all kinds of crazy stuff from pumpkin heads like Sean Hannity and Alex Jones. Instead, there are nothing but crickets from their side because they care more about the possession of power than progress. Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out my channel and this video. If you like what I do here and you appreciate it, go ahead and click subscribe. And if you really like it and appreciate what I do and you'd like to join my Patreon family, there's another link there for that. It's not just for the podcast, it's also for YouTube. Thanks a lot.